Hey everyone, my name's Rogue and I've been playing FPS games for about 7 years now, and I've been playing Fortnite since the release back in September. I want to start a video series on how to get better at Fortnite, and to start the series off I want to talk about keybinds. Keybinds are the most important skill to have in Fortnite because of all the skill that branches off into it, such as building, double pumping, pump tack, and all that good shit. Keybinds are hard to teach because you can get good at any keybinds that you set, all it takes is a little bit of practice. But hey, I need to make a video. With that all out of the way, here's basic tips for keybinds. If you're using WASD and shift to run, one tip I have for you is don't use cast lock as a way to switch weapons. One reason for this is because in Fortnite you always want to be running, jumping, and kind of moving around so you don't get one pumped. Because if you're not moving and jumping, you're an easy target for someone to one pump you. So if you have to let go of sprint to kind of change to your second pump or your tack or something like that from your AR, you're gonna leave yourself an open target for the other person just to get an easy one pump off you, or even just one pump you and just kill you overall. So one thing I suggest is don't switch this to anything building or anything weapons. If you're using it for building, you might get away with that just because you really don't need to be running for that, and you can kind of just switch your pinky finger really quickly. So with my middle finger, I usually just use it for running with W. But if you really want to, you can kind of just switch off to 2, 3 really quickly. Or if you really want to, you can kind of click E and Q. But I suggest just using your ring finger and your pointer finger for that. So with your pointer finger, you have a lot of options here. Other than D, you have F, G, E, R, D, and F. I'm like, you should probably leave it to those just because it's kind of a stretch to get it to T, G, B. But if you're like me, you can kind of move your whole wrist over just to get it to Z, X, v, C, V, kind of for my weapon switches. I can kind of hold everything else and just kind of switch my weapons pretty quick. Now Z is just for my AR that I rarely have to take out because AR is fucking trash. So with my ring finger, I mostly just leave it to A. There's nothing weird I kind of have here. If anything, you can kind of have it to Z, A, and Q. But I rarely see people using that. So there's that. There's kind of just quick tips on how to set up your keybinds right there. Like anything else in life, you're going to have to practice. With these new keybinds, you're not going to be used to them right away unless you have them for other games. But to newcomers who are kind of new to the whole binding thing, they're going to be kind of difficult. And it's kind of hard to learn the new binds while you have another guy trying to one pump you in a real game. So what I suggest is try to use playground mode as a way to kind of practice your new binds. Trying to just practice moving around, jumping around. You can practice your building and shit, kind of like this. I'm still not very good at this. It's kind of like getting used to your binds, just so when you get into an actual game, you're automatically just used to them and you can just play like you've had them. Like you've already used them before, instead of having to search for a game, trying to loot up, trying to find the game double pump that you want to practice with, getting just fucking absolutely destroyed in a build fight because you don't know what fucking buttons your ramp, what buttons your wall. You can just kind of hop in here and just practice all that stuff. Just kind of get your muscle memory down. So that's all binds really are. It's just your muscle memory on what buttons to click, how far your finger needs to move, what button your finger needs to move and shit. So yeah, there's that, dude. If you're anything like me, just hopping around on playground building for a long time is pretty boring and I just can't stay here and do it. One thing that just helps me keep on practicing is looking at people that are better than me. Kind of looking for a motivation. Some people, for me at least, watching FaZe Tfue really motivated me to try to keep getting better with all the crazy plays he does. But with anyone, it kind of just be whoever your favorite streamer, kind of like Ninja, Tfue, Cloak, whoever you want to watch. Whoever you think's the best is always just a good motivation to keep moving you forward and keep practicing, dude. I guess this is going to be the end of this video. If I helped you learn something, anything at all, I'd appreciate it if you'd leave a like. And if you thought I missed something, kind of just leave it in the comments and I'll try to add it in kind of more advanced tutorial. But just at that, see you guys later.